Hello, my luminous, luscious Leos. Welcome, welcome. It is Sachi, and I'm here to deliver your Twin Flame bonus reading. Congratulations. Thank you again for being number 2 for last month's guided healing. Just a friendly reminder that the top 2 videos that get the most likes will get a Twin Flame bonus. Anyway, Leo, let's hop right into it. This is what came out in the cleansing ceremony. Whew, my throat chakra feels like it's on fire right now. Some of you could be having, I feel really out of breath too. So I feel like some of you are very, very overwhelmed, and part of it may be what has been spoken or what has not been spoken through the throat chakra. Anyway, we have, it is safe for you to love in reverse. So it felt like, it feels like you feel like it's not safe to love somebody at the moment. And when this card first came out, it felt like the feminine kind of felt like they were angry at the masculine for not being feminine enough. But the truth is that the feminine had become hyper masculinated, and it was like the masculine was getting jealous that the feminine had more masculine energy than they did. Anyway, and then this came out. So it feels like because of some sort of exchange like that energetically, it no longer feels safe to love. We have worth waiting for in reverse. So it feels like someone has given up on this situation. Like, I am not waiting around for this, like absolutely not, because it feels unsafe. And it feels like with attraction in reverse, because you're no longer attracted to something that doesn't feel safe, or it doesn't feel like you have to wait, right? You're done being attracted on relationships that are only based on trust. It says this situation is calling for you to have faith. So it feels like you were dealing with someone where it was a faith-based relationship, and you just waited. And yeah, it's like what magnetizes you is no longer the same, if that makes sense. We have judgment in reverse. So I feel like you're really trying to let go of judgment here. It feels like you're trying not to be hard on yourself or someone else during this time. This card is a blood magic card, I will say. So for some of you, there could be something that has yet to be released through this next moon cycle. Could have to do with Menses situation, but it feels like you're really trying not to have judgment and trying not to go through this same cycle again. You're not going to have another moon like this, is what it feels like. And with the 8 of Cups coming out, with the the 8 of Wands, we have 2 8s coming out in reverse, which is saying like this is a cycle that has been repeating, right? Like the 8, which is the infinity. And, you know, you're really trying to release judgment for this in order to really move forward here. It's like you're done with feeling emotionally disappointed, like your cup's never filled, like your plate's never filled, that either it's a constant game of, you know, you're on my side or you're against me, like you're with me or against me. It's like you're really done of having to sort of fly over and be the bigger person in some ways. And with Temperance here, this is telling me that you're trying to find emotional balance through this situation, and it feels like through an act of non-judgment. And so, you know, Temperance has to do with alchemizing your emotions, right? Like one is a burning hot water and another one is freezing cold water, right? Traditionally in Temperance, and you're trying to find the middle ground, right? You're trying to find that lukewarm, temperate climate in order to temper your spirit, right? Alchemize the soul, alchemize the emotions so that they aren't explosive and they also are not cold. And so in this, you know, Temperance literally means absence of alcohol. So for some of you, this could have wine involved. I did see the 5 of Cups also. But it does feel like you're really trying to temper your own emotions so that way you can temper how you are communicating, because this is also Hermes here, right? Which is Mercury and communication. Wow, my throat is like burning. I need some water. So yeah, and maybe you've been trying to temper your emotions so much, but it hasn't gotten out of the throat and it's causing some blockages. Ooh, Leo. Then we had Trainer with Acrobite coming out in reverse. So Trainer always indicates another person, right? So we have someone who has not ridden their bike away from this. It's like they won't go away, basically. With Skorupi here using Pierce, this is telling me, you know, this is scorpionic energy that has pierced through the 3rd eye chakra. So this can be heavy in your mental space. This can be heavily in your 3rd eye. And it looks like someone was able to pierce through this psychic energy here. And you know, scorpionic energy is very much like this. It's, you know, occultism, spell work, and things like this. It's also an area of self-sabotage because we also have drowsy using focused wish. So someone had a wish here, and it felt like, you know, for a while you had a wish that someone would come back, right? It's like all this energy, and it's like, you know what, that no longer serves me. But it feels like this wish has sort of come back to sort of, how do I want to say it? It's like to challenge you. It's like your past self challenging your future self. Like, hey, you really wanted this. This was your focused wish. And look how Drowsy's like, oh, you know, just kind of in la la land. And so I definitely get like spell work energy here. And yeah, so there could be some stuff happening in your astral stuff. Drowsy is like a hypnosis sleep Pokemon. But we have trainer, bills, maintenance in reverse. So trainer indicates the other person, and it's saying like this person won't go away. Basically, they might be, you know, piercing through your subconscious or in the astral realm, but they're not trying to fix anything. They're not trying to make it work. So anyway, Leo, quite a bit came out on the cleansing ceremony, so that's what's being cleansed here. What we are going to do is take a look at what is going on for the Divine Feminine. We are going to look into what's going on for the Divine Masculine. Then we will look into what is going on in the connective. Then we will see what is the block. Oh, interesting. I've never shuffled that way before, but we have Justice coming out stuck. So yeah, this is definitely a balance of the feminine masculine energy, very Libran, trying to balance it out in a one-on-one relationship. So okay, what did I do here? So anyway, yeah, so then we will look and see what is going on in the connective, and then see what is the block. I'm just making a mess here, Leo. What is going on with you guys? This Eight of Cups, yeah, I feel like this, you're done with being messy. You're done with the messes. Like, you know, it's still a mess, right? It's like the cups aren't put away, the plate's still there, but everything's empty and there's nothing there. You know what I mean? Like, you're just so done with that. Anyway, then we'll see what the blockage is, and then we'll see what the Divine Feminine can do to overcome the blockage in order to manifest union, how the masculine will energetically or physically respond, and then, of course, some advice on how to manifest your highest vibrational timeline. Let me get some more water, Leo. I'm feeling like, woo, with you guys. Take care of your throat chakra. Drink water. Okay, let's see. All right, what's going on for the feminine? Keep an open mind in reverse. Okay, so, yeah, and my throat is literally on fire, Leo. Whew. I'm going to pause this for a second. Okay, Leo, sorry about that. I had to get a cough drop. Ooh, take care of that throat chakra. Anyway, keep an open mind in reverse. So it feels like you really just don't want to keep an open mind about this situation. You know, very limited mindset, close thinking about it. It says your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So it feels like you're kind of also not keeping an open mind to a different kind of love, if that makes sense. Like, it felt like obviously you dealt with some situation that we see as being cleansed, but also it's like I'm not keeping an open mind to love in general is what it feels like. Let's see, what is going on? Tell me more about what's going on with the feminine. Empress and Page of Pentacles. You may feel like you have a closed mind. It's like you're closed off to new love because you still think it is this Page of Pentacles. Basically, this could be an earth sign that you've been dealing with. We do have, you know, heavy Taurus energy here, but could just be someone who is like the Page of Pentacles. So it feels like, you know, you feel like you are the Empress, which is a great place to be, Divine Feminine, for sure. It's like, I deserve this. I deserve the castle. I deserve, you know, the loyal subjects. I deserve to be beautiful, to have the best of everything, to be nurturing, to be a mother, to be this, right? And it doesn't, Divine Feminine doesn't mean a woman, but be mothering and so on. You get my drift. So I feel like that's where the feminine's at, but they've been talking to a page. And so, you know, the Page of Pentacles is unevolved masculine and feminine energy when it comes to the material world. So this can be having a physical relationship. This can be monetarily housing, you know, anything in the 3D reality. And it's because this page knows that they have this seed to plant, but is just very hesitant of where they're going to plant it. It's like, no, you know, I'm not sure if I want to plant it there. You know, it's like knowing they have a lot to invest, but sort of refusing the investment, because the Page of Pentacles plants a seed, and that's how the queen and the king get their kingdom. You know what I mean? And so, you know, it's like you're an empress, which the empress is even a step above the queen and king. You know what I'm saying? And so you're in this empress energy talking to a page. And yeah, it's basically, yeah. Let's see the light energy. Yeah, and this person won't go away, basically. Okay. Let's see what's going on in the shadow. Again, we get that acrobike in reverse, right? It's trainer indicating somebody else. So this person won't go away. Yeah, but something has switched. Something has switched. So again, trainer means the other person. So they switch. So they may have switched something up. I'm going to ask one more. Tell me more about this switch. Coming out in reverse. Trainer, Faded Town in reverse. So it's really, they may have moved to a different town or something, but not really. But they're still there. Something has switched. It may be that maybe the Divine Feminine has been dealing with somebody else, but it's basically the same energetic situation that won't go away. But honestly, it feels like a specific person. It's like this person's like, oh, I want to change, but I can't leave where I am or something. Anyway, all right, let's see what's going on with the masculine. There's a lot. It's very unclear is what I'm getting for the feminine. And I must point out that the Divine Feminine, in their energy, you know, it's 3 cards about somebody else. So it does feel like the Divine Feminine is really having trouble identifying as a singularity. It's like their energy is just all based on what someone else is doing, which is very unhealthy for the solar plexus, right? All right, let's see what's going on with the masculine. Attraction. You are attracting romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So it feels like the masculine is focused on attracting what they want, attracting this romantic love, and enjoying the situation. Tell me more about this. Okay. Yeah. So what is happening here? The masculine's very attracted to this and sort of enjoying this because there's something that feels very binding, like, oh, we're destined almost. The Four of Wands here is my card. Right, it's the twin flame card, right? A twin flame is the Two of Wands. And so 2 of them together, right? This is union, this is marriage. In this deck specifically, it is a bond where, you know, like, look, they're making an oath to each other. So I feel like the masculine is really enjoying that there's this bond, basically. And part of it is that they... my throat. They're very attracted to this kind of bond where they don't have to give any sort of emotional input. You know, the 7 of Pentacles, this has to do with, you know, the physicality, right? The pentacle aspect of a one-on-one partnership. But even though it's a pentacle card, as you can see, she's giving emotional input. So they're enjoying not having to give emotional input in order for it to grow. And basically the masculine is not in that King of Pentacles energy. Again, it's like they're a page, but they're really enjoying that there is some bond where they don't really have to give emotional input and they don't have to become a king. They're enjoying this. It's like, oh, I get everything that I want and I don't really have to do anything. Let's see, what's the light energy? Going right to the feminine. Blinding Scyther, yeah. So, yeah, the masculine, I feel like it's their throat chakra because a lot of this is happening through the heart chakra. And Scyther is very, right, it's like the scythe, which is like the death card usually. So, very scorpionic energy. And with blinding scythe, it's like they are, you know, and scythe, right, this I take as sort of the two of swords as well, right, having to do with communication sort of by yourself. And so I feel like they have blinded, there's communication coming through the heart chakra. We did see it going towards the feminine, but it's like not being able to see anything clearly. It's literally just through the heart. Everything else is just blinded. And again, because it's in the light, it's like not really telling anything that's going on. It says the two sharp scythes are more than just weapons. It uses them with dexterity to dress its prey before eating. Yeah, this is not the greatest energy. It's funny, I think that came out in the other twin flame reading too. So if you're dealing with a Virgo or have Virgo placements. But yeah, there's just some blinding energy. And again, these two scythes are not just, you know, weapons. Part of it is some sort of ritual is how I want to, let's see, what's the shadow here? Litwick, slightly simmer in reverse. Yeah, so they're trying not to just let this simmer in the background in the psychic energy. This is, again, this flame type energy. They're not trying to have it just be a small flame that's simmering in the background. Litwick, like literally candle, I was getting very ritualistic, so be careful because this does feel very ritualistic. It says, Litwick shines a light that absorbs the life energy of people and Pokemon, which becomes the fuel that it burns. Yeah, you know, it's talking about shining a light that absorbs life energy. This is like false light energy. So I feel like they are bringing some false light in order to absorb some sort of energy here. So the masculine is very attracted to this false light, blinding in the shadow, having this kind of bond. Okay. All right, let's see here. What's in the connective here? You deserve love in reverse. You are lovable. So I feel like neither feel like they deserve whatever's going on, but also I'm getting that it's more the masculine to the feminine. I feel like it hasn't been communicated like, hey, you deserve love sort of here. This is going right to this other person with the switch and the empress. Very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Yeah, it's like someone is like, oh, again, it's like, I'm going to change or I'm going to switch. Like something's going to, there's some switch going on, okay? And it is going to be happening very soon. And I feel like the divine feminine and masculine both kind of understand this. Again, it's in the connective. And I feel like this aspect of clearly deciding what you want is going to change. Okay, let's see what's going on. Tell us more about this connective. The Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups. It feels like the masculine and feminine, neither can really walk away from this situation. Like this is the sign of, or the card for me of like, there's a Pandora's box, right? And it's like, okay, let's get away from this situation. We can sort of deal with it later. But yeah, I mean, technically, whenever this card comes out, I take that he's being guided by whatever constellation the sun is in. And the sun is still physically in the constellation Virgo. And I feel like it's that Virgo energy of like, oh, I have to do it and I have to do it the right way sort of thing. So there is something that's going to be happening. It's like, I can't just ignore this. And it has to do, again, with this cycle of consistently feeling like you are disappointed or, you know, your cup's empty, your plate's, yeah. It's the same cycle that came out in the cleansing ceremony. Let's see, what's the light energy? Mantine using healing wave, and trainer energy search in reverse. Yeah. So I feel like, you know, basically with this emotional, right, water energy, there's going to be a healing wave through the emotional body that's happening in the connective. And I feel like it's happening for both. And again, this is a very, you know, like Remoraid sticks under it so that it can like eat the fish and stuff, right? It's kind of like it's a one-way symbiotic relationship. This speaks more about a parasitic that's in the shadow of the masculine, but there is some sort of healing wave that is going to benefit one and doesn't really influence the other, if that makes sense. But with trainer energy search, it's going to stop the other from searching for emotional energy within each other, is what it feels like. And again, that is going to be that kind of symbiosis. It says, while elegantly swimming in the sea, it ignores Remoraid that cling to its fins seeking food scraps. Yeah, so someone is being very clingy here, and it's like, okay, I'm just going to ignore it because, you know, they can't search through, you know, my emotional body for energy. They can sort of have the scraps. And I feel like that's part of this Eight of Cups energy, is sort of only being left with scraps in some way. Like someone just feels like they get the scraps. What's the shadow here? Gramble using dark clamp. Yeah, so this is fairy type. Fairy type has to do with, you know, soul contracts, soulmates, right? You do this, I do this. And with dark clamp, it does feel like there is, my God, my throat, you guys. There is some dark energy clamped to whatever soul contract this is. So I would be very wary and be careful of that. Yeah. So just be mindful of that. It says, more timid than Snubbull, this Pokemon is doted on by young people amused at the contrast between its looks and its attitude. So this is a very much like the way things look on the surface is not really how they are on the inside sort of thing. So I feel like that's definitely an issue that's happening in the connective, especially because it is talking about, you know, things that are happening in the shadow. And it feels like, you know, no matter young or old, again, it's like what it looks like on the surface is not necessarily what's happening underneath. Okay, like I said, in the extended, we will take a look at what is in the blockage in the connective, what the Divine Feminine can do in order to manifest union, and how the masculine will energetically and physically respond, and then some advice on how to manifest the highest vibrational timeline. Let's see what Archangel would like to bring us into the extended. Career transition, Archangel Chamuel. It's interesting because in the cleansing ceremony, I forgot to mention, one of the cards that I saw was finance and career. It was basically like, you know, I'm done looking for a relationship based on faith. I'm focusing on my finances and career. So this could be causing a blessed career change. Archangel Chamuel is also the archangel of the twin flames. It says your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. So for some of you who are switching, you know, it might be starting to talk a little bit more about that in the extended, especially because, I mean, we have Earth, 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 Earth. Well, Empress isn't really Earth, but yeah. Yeah, she is. And we have compassion in reverse. So it's telling me that it's difficult for you to have compassion for yourself in this situation, you know, or the other person, because if you're having difficulty with the other person, then that also means you're having difficulty with yourself. So Archangel Zadkiel says, soften your heart in respect to the situation and all people involved, including yourself. So yeah, you know, there could definitely be a hardened heart. We saw that as like, no, I'm not open to new love. I'm not open to opening my mind about this situation. I'm not da-da-da-da-da. And so I think with a little bit of compassion, we can really, you know, make great lengths moving forward. So if you would like to follow me into the extended, the link is in the description box below. But if we part ways here, good luck with the situation. I'm sending you so, so much love, a big hug, and a kiss on your third eye. Mwah! Oh, yes. And also, if you're interested in a private reading, I'm currently doing a 5% off promotion with promo code Pokemon5. P-O-K-E-M-O-N, all capital letters, and then the number 5. Alrighty. See you later. Bye.